Black Cool was better.
Welcome back, Midday Show.
Oh, Kyle taking shots.
No, well, I'm just trying to ease you into your senior era. There's some songs that you might remember growing up.
How's 55 feeling today?
Oh, it feels pretty good,
Yeah?
man. I feel pretty good.
Same as yesterday?
Yeah. It did feel pretty good.
Well, I mean, I think that's always the key. As long as you wake up feeling like you did the day before, then you didn't age. It's just a number, Hugh Douglas. That's all it is.
Except when it comes to dating, though.
Well, how's that going?
55, you know what I'm saying? You got to be made. Got to start asking for carding folks around.
You're going to card women now.
Yeah, well, you got to ask them, you know.
Well, I think D's dad's probably around your range.
I don't think D's dad, like, if I did get down like that, I don't
maybe
think
we
D's
should
dad
stop
get
here.
down like that.
Guys.
D, I'm sorry. The way I said it was all wrong.
Well, maybe Dee will be in the league with us, and she'll be at our draft Thursday night, and you can apologize in person.
You'll have to apologize. No, she can bring her dad to the fantasy draft.
It didn't come out.
I think if it ends up where Dee does get a spot in the league, I think we won't be able to start the draft on Thursday night until Hugh Douglas apologizes to her in front of everyone. I think that's the way we get the draft started.
Because it just didn't sound right.
On air while we're at,
Yeah, it didn't sound right.
It's one of those things like you could see it happening, and I'm like, oh.
No, because when I said, like, cause she's married, and then when I, for somebody to yell out, you got history, it's like,
that doesn't help.
Does not help. Didn't mean it like that. I was talking about, I met her and her pops, and they were really, really nice.
Yep.
And she calls the show.
I was there during this interaction. Yeah. The whole Hugh's memory of it, it's very true and real. She was
but
it's the Phillies game.
It's the presentation.
Yeah, you just butchered it.
Yep.
I mean, That's okay.
Which I do from time to time.
No, on this show, never. All right, we got a lot to discuss here. 215-592-9494. Broadcasting back to camp from Jefferson L Training Complex inside a beautiful Forest River RV by Cameron. Eagles taking the practice field. One of the final practices here of training camp. Open practice tomorrow at the Link. They have a practice Wednesday here, and then that's it. We got a game Friday, and then we are on to getting ready for week 1 of the NFL season. But the Phillies also have our attention, and I'm fully buying back in on this Phillies team. Everything that I think a lot of us were concerned about, they're all checking those boxes now. Alec Boehm has resurrected his season. Bryson Stott's been a star basically for 2 months. Arise has made a major difference since he got here, and they're starting to get big contributions from the back end of this rotation, which is, to me, offsetting what's going on at the top with a little bit of concern over Wheeler and Sanchez. What they've gotten at Nola has solidified things, and clearly Andrew Painter has returned from the minor leagues a different pitcher. I love the direction. They have put themselves in a spot where you could start envisioning October now and thinking about matchups and all that. I'm fully buying back in. Are you? 215-592-9494. All right, let's grab a phone call, and then I think it's time for us to discuss something that's been brewing for a while, and it's hard to ignore now, where the Phillies are in this division race. Carl in Maple Shade. Hey, Carl.
Yo, guys, thanks for bringing me in.
You got it, Carl. What's up, pal?
Well, Joe, the golden rule in betting on sports is never go against a winning streak.
Mm-hmm. I tell Hugh that all the time.
All the time.
He doesn't listen to me.
Don't listen.
Don't even. It's liable to go 14-15. I mean, they're not losing again in this next game. I mean, this winning streak's something that might be something we talk about for a long time.
Well, Carl, if they won yesterday's game, they could basically win any game in the next week or so, right? Because they were dead. I mean, you're down 4-0 with 2 outs in the 9th inning against an all-star closer. You're dead, 98% of the time. And they scored 6 runs. It really was an incredible comeback yesterday.
Man, I can't talk enough about it. But what I want to talk to Hugh about is the new offensive trend in football.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you notice, quarterbacks are up under center now, and I'll give you 3 reasons why. Number one, when you're up under center and you put a man in motion, the safety's got to go with him. So you take the safety out of the middle of the field. That's number one. If you're popping 4 and 5 and 6 yards in a running game, your play action is the most lethal play in football. And number 3, you're not handing the ball off in the shotgun 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Barkley's going to be hitting his hole right at the line of scrimmage. So the advantages of being up under center have taken a new role in the NFL.
Well, Carl, I totally agree. I mean, you can see more and more teams are going to this. What the Eagles went to, and Carl, good phone call, man. We appreciate it. What the Eagles went to with this system, it's becoming the offense in the NFL. I think everything Carl said there is true. I'll add a couple things here. One, it's a copycat league, and for about 8 or 9 years now, there's been a little fluctuation, but for the most part, Shanahan and McVay have run the two best offenses along with Andy Reid, right? So not everyone could have Patrick Mahomes. There's only one of him. So if you don't have a him, what's the best way to create offense? Well, I think this system. And the other thing I think is worth noting is I think defensive coordinators caught up with the RPO. What the Eagles had done for years with Jalen, and it was so good in the beginning.
Yes. It
got a little stale. I mean, so I think if you can't do that anymore and teams are onto that, well, what would you do? You copy the offense that everyone's running. It's working.
Well, I think, and not only that, you simplified the offense in a sense where, when you talk about some of these quarterbacks that used to run these offenses, these complex offenses like the Dan Marinos and the Jim Kellys of the world, the knock on some of the younger quarterbacks were that when they came into the system, they couldn't pick it up fast enough. So you're talking about adaptability. That's where the RPO came into the NFL game. When Cam Newton, I remember he ran it quite a bit when he was there because it allowed him to use his skill set.
Cam and Jalen probably have done it the best in the last 15 years.
Yeah, but when I think of this offense, I think of this offense where it's designed to get the ball out of your hands quick, and if the quarterback knows where to go with the football, he can be efficient with it. And that's what Brock Purdy basically was. Brock Purdy won the job because he was a late-round draft pick, but he came in and he was able to pick up the offense quick enough so that they could roll with it. He was able to retain the information that was given to him, and he knew where to go with the football. That's basically what it is. It's simplified because I feel like the quarterback play, with no disrespect to any quarterback that's playing, but it has been diminished over the years. Well, not diminished. Let me take that back. It's evolved over the years.
I actually don't think diminished is a bad word to use.
Well, it's evolved.
It's different, but in a way where it seems like they're asked to do a little bit less from a mental perspective. Like you go back to your era, right? Like Marino, Manning, to me, they orchestrated the whole offense from their mind and the line of scrimmage. And most of these guys don't do that now.
Yeah, they don't because they have more athleticism, though.
Right. Okay.
So that's where I don't want to say it's diminished because it's evolved because the quarterbacks are more athletic. When you think about those quarterbacks that used to be pocket passers, those guys, they couldn't move.
Right.
But the quarterback position has evolved to a point now where you have these quarterbacks that have this athletic ability, and they're like, well, hell, why am I sitting back here waiting for the play to open up when they can pull the ball down and run it and extend the play? So it's evolved a little bit, but that's where the game has gone, where you allow these quarterbacks to take advantage of their athletic ability.
It's also a trickle from college, right?
Yeah.
If they're doing this stuff that's different in college.
And it's easier to get them on the field.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the whole point. All right. What a day it was yesterday. What a 9 games it has been for the Phillies here. 9 in a row since they emerged from the corn in Iowa. This baseball team hasn't lost. Let's hear how it sounded yesterday. The best moments of the montage on WIP of the Phillies comeback over the Cardinals.
The pitch swung on, hit the other way. It is a fair ball headed down the left field line. Harper's hustling for second. He's in there with another double. JT tries to keep it alive with 2 outs here in the 9th. Swung on, line to center field. That'll be a base hit. The game left in the hands of Justin Crawford now. 3-1 pitch. And it's down low. Ball 4, and you'll get your chance. As Edmundo Sosa, the former Cardinal, is going to come to the plate representing the tying run. O'Brien is ready. And his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Fair! Past third. It's down the line. 2 runs are going to score. Crawford into third. He's being waved to the plate. Sosa is in at second with a bases clearing double. And this game is still on as the tying run is in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-3. De La Cruz comes to the plate. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, ground ball, it's through. The game is tied. Sosa has scored. Unbelievably, the Phillies have stunned the Cardinals as De La Cruz delivers the game-tying hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-4.
With Schwarber coming to the plate, it's about time for a Schwarbomb.
The 2-2 pitch, swing and a fly ball. Center field, it's got a chance. Church back, out of room.
Yes!
And it's over! Yeah. It's over! Kyle Schwarber with a walk-off home run into the hedges in dead center field. And the Phillies have absolutely stung the Cardinals 6-4 with 6 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, wow at the end there by Larry Anders to set it all. And as I watch this team over the last 9 games, I'm fully buying back in. This Phillies team is changing in front of our eyes. And it starts to hit first 4 months of the season. It's 370 now. They're getting real contributions out of Nola, real contributions out of Painter, who was awesome on Saturday night. It's all coming together here. And it's been up and down, and they've had ups and downs. This team always has those. But to me, this is the most impressive stretch of the Phillies season. This is even more impressive than what they did when Mattingly first took over, because there was some probably positive regression that was naturally going to happen as soon as Mattingly took over. And a lot of that was fueled by Wheeler and Sanchez. And I know that those guys have not been at their best lately. It actually makes me more excited for this run because they're doing this without their best 2 pitchers. Hugh, I am fully bought back in on the Phillies. This is the best they've played all year, and they have a shot here now to track down the Braves, which is a conversation that I never thought was possible 2 weeks ago, that we could now be talking about a division race. Hugh, are you fully buying back into the Phillies?
I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, Joe. I am
yes.
enjoying what I am seeing right now, and I've never been out on the Phillies. I just sit back and I enjoy it. I'm more of a day-to-day kind of guy.
So today you're good?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been good, Joe, because it looks like they're buying into what we wanted them to do all these seasons before, playing small ball. But there's one thing, and I'm not trying to bring up the past, but there's one thing that's obvious about all of this is that we've seen times where their approach at the plate has not been what it has been these last couple of weeks. So I just want to make sure that I would like to be – I am optimistic that they will keep this approach going.
So, I mean, I am too. And I think if we're going to be fair, expecting a 370 on-base percentage for their team the rest of the way is
unrealistic.
It's impossible. I mean, it'd be one of the greatest offense of all time. So they're not going to do that. But they were at 303 for 4 months. They've been at 370 this month. Hugh, can I get 325? Can I get 330?
That sounds doable.
Can I have, that would be a good team on-base percentage in modern baseball. Like that, to me, that was the biggest issue the whole year is they just didn't get on base. I mean, they just didn't sustain offense. It was a home run here or there from Schwarber or Harper or whatever. But they didn't sustain. They'd have an inning or two during the game where they threatened. The last 2 weeks, or the 9 games here, it feels like every inning or two, there's 2 guys on base. And if you keep doing that, I know they've been better with the runners in scoring position. They've been really good at it. That will kind of find level. It'll go back to normal. But if you keep putting runners on base, you're going to score runs. That's how the best teams of baseball do it, and that's how they've been doing it. 215-592-9494. Let's grab a phone call. And then let's get to this division race, which it's starting to become a real thing. Tanner in Philly up on WIP. Tanner, what's up?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Tanner, we're well, and congratulations winning the spot in the Fantasy League on Friday. You ready for Thursday night?
I am very excited, very, very excited. And first, I got to say happy belated birthday, Hugh.
Thank you very much, sir.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, no, Joe, I'm with Kyle on this one. I got to go day to day though. Like just when I was out, they pulled me back in. That's the thing, and it's scary though. Like I'm seeing great pitching from Nola, Painter, Luzardo. The hitting's coming back, but that's the thing though. I worry about these starting the first 2 aces. That's the issue I'm worried about. They're leaking oil right now. And
they have. No, Tanner, I mean, they have. And they need the next month or so. It's going to be interesting to see. And this plays into the division, conversation. How much they push those guys? Could either of them use an extra day here or there? Now Wheeler's going to pitch tonight with an extra day, so that I know he doesn't love that, but in theory, Tanner, this should help him. Like I would hope and expect for a better version of Wheeler tonight with a little bit of extra rest. They have to start thinking about how they're going to do that because it just feels like those two you're right, leaking oil the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm just worried that if we keep letting them leak oil, the flux capacitor is going to fall out, the alternator is going to get shot, and then they're going to lose the arm right when we need it the most. And I'm confident in Nola and Painter now, But I like that. I don't think that that's going to be what puts us over the hump. It's going to be those two guys getting healthy and getting the arms back together.
Well, you're right. Now, you're right. I mean, Wheeler and Sanchez have to be excellent for this team to get all the way through the playoffs. I will say, though, on Nola and Painter, it does change the whole pitching equation, though, when we get to October. Like, you could hand the ball to Nola now and not feel like it's a scheduled loss. And I think Painter just looks like a weapon right now, whether he's piggybacking Nola, whether he's coming out of the bullpen. I mean,
it's a perfect storm. Everything seems like it's coming together at the right time.
And that's a win for Dabrowski because, I was critical. I think a lot of people were that he didn't get another starting pitcher. And he said he thinks Painter could do it, and Painter's been doing it. Tanner, you have an update on the on Hugh Douglas in your Madden game.
Oh, yes. Hugh Douglas now has a fumble return touchdown, 93 yards. Oh, yeah, it was impressive. Right on Dan Marino, a nice little strip sack from Reggie White. Hugh Douglas picks it up. 93-yard return. Almost got hawked down by Dan Marino himself, though. He had time to get off the ground. And, yeah. Your stamina ran out at the 50-yard line. I was trugging. Yeah, I was trying to get you there. And then I took you out for the remainder of the game because I did not want to ruin it. I wanted you to go out on a high note for the game.
Well, appreciate you.
I got you, big dog. I got you.
We wouldn't let you live it down if you got caught by Dan Marino. All right, Tanner, man, good phone call.
Went from almost getting cut to having a bounce back.
Well, it's about time, Hugh. I mean, you had a tough run there.
Got to bounce back.
All right, let's talk about the NL East, Hugh. It's 3 games. The Phillies are 3 games back of the National League East. They have 7 games, obviously, to go with Atlanta. Hugh, gut feeling right now, are the Phillies going to win the NL East?
No. You was waiting for my retort.
Well, I'm just wondering
I don't think – well, we've been up and down. I mean, if they do, that's great. But I want them – if it was an either-or for me, I want them to play better baseball down the stretch, which they're doing. I'm not worried about the division. I just want to play – I want to play good baseball down the stretch.
Well, that's most important. I think we can certainly agree on that.
And not only that, I think – and the only reason I'm echoing those sentiment is because I think it was like a week or two ago when Trey Turner was out and they did an interview with him, and he talked about it feels like most teams that have a lot of success in the postseason are ones that I'm ad-libbing a little bit, that have their back against the wall a little bit. And so I'm kind of – that's the kind of the train that I'm on right now. We got 30-some-odd games left. They look like they've turned the corner, and they're playing in unfamiliar territory. When you talk about the way that they're playing, their approaches at the plate, it's unfamiliar to us.
It is. Well, it's wild. I mean, it's so different.
And it's another thing, Joe, is that everybody is echoing the sentiment of I got to say this, having better approaches at the plate. So let's just keep that going. I mean, and it's to your point, it's right there in striking distance, but I feel like the most important thing for them to do now is get comfortable in where they are, because we've always talked about how in times like this, when it gets a little tight, you revert to what you know. You go back to the mean. We talked about that with the Eagles offense, and what if it doesn't go well? Will Jalen Hurts start to do some of the things that he used to do? No, you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And then right now, looks like they're turning the corner with this being uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, so I actually think it's a unique year with the division now being back in play. Hugh, I think this could be a good thing for them even if they don't win it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is the last few Septembers have kind of been boring. I mean, let's be honest. Last year, it was boring. The year before, it was boring, right? Now, it doesn't mean they were playing great, because in 2024 they started to play poorly, but they had such a big lead, it was like, they're not going to blow this. And you go to the division the last couple of years, it just hasn't felt like September. They haven't had to have their foot on the gas. And I think about the last 4 years, 2023, we kind of knew they were in the playoffs around this time, but they weren't going to win the division. They were too far back. 2024 and 25, they were up. And I think a division race could be good for them so they can keep pushing. Because I think they've gotten complacent 2 or 3 Septembers in a row where it's like, they don't really need to do much. And there's been a little bit of push, but not much. I actually think this could be good for them, an eye on something. Because, Hugh, it is tough to sustain the way they've played for 31 more games if the next big game isn't until October. It's just natural. Like, what am I pushing for, right? I think a division race could keep their foot on the gas and keep them engaged all the way through September, regardless of if they win it or they come up just short. That's almost secondary to me. I just want them to keep this energy they have, the way they're playing right now.
I hear what you're saying, but I think the motivating factor now is to be consistent. Whatever
But is
consistency.
that enough for them? I don't know if that's enough for them.
And the reason why I say that is because when you talk about this team, and in this year, consistent is not a word that you would use to describe this team.
No, well, so I agree with you. Where did this come from? It came from their back against the wall, right?
Yeah.
So how do you? We're getting to a point where, Hugh, I would say it's like 80% chance they're going to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So if the division isn't a priority, my concern would be, our next big game is until we're going to go to the playoffs as long as we just don't fall on our face. Our next big game is until October. The fact that the Braves are now in their sights, I think it's going to keep this going. I like this for them.
No, I hear you, but I don't look at it like that. I think that your biggest competition right now is you, and your biggest that's who your biggest competition is, because you're in a space. Take Alec Bohm for instance. Take the first half of his season. Hell, the first three-fourths of his season.
First
and
4
look
months,
at him now.
yeah.
And look at him now. Looks like a totally different person, right? With everything they had going on, be that guy. Try to be more of the guy that you are now than the guy that you used to be.
All right, we'll hear from some players on the division, how much they're thinking about it. And, yeah, I mean, like, they're within 3. Hugh's gut is they're not going to win it. My gut would also be that the Braves would win the division. But I like that we're going to have a race here, because I think this is good to keep them eye on the prize and not get complacent in September. 215-592-9490. For all that coming up, your calls and a Merrill moment at 1 o'clock on the Midday Show. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Meet